Boom, we're live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. And today, discussing the new rule change proposals for the playoffs 2022, no sooner than 2022. So for at least 2 years, we don't have to worry about this crap. So it looks pretty bad, and I'm glad to see other YouTubers also are disapproving of this. I was glad to see I wasn't the only one, as I turned on MLB Network, and MLB Network seems to love the idea. I don't know why. Can't really explain that, but they do seem to love the idea. Joel Sherman dropped this report and says, and we're going to jump into, he says it's great for the game. Major League Baseball is considering some huge changes to its postseason starting in 2022, adding 4 more teams to expand the playoff slate to 14 of 30. 14 of 30. That might be controversial enough, but that's not the only part of the package of proposed tweaks to October baseball. The team with the best record in each league would get a first-round bye. And then the other 2 division winners and wild card club with the best record could end up picking their opponents in a televised seeding showdown. Oh, it's going to be so crazy. Does that sound dramatic, terrible, creative, or bizarre? We asked our MLB experts for their reactions. So I was just waiting to see if anyone shows up here. We're going to talk about this. But for me, I completely hate this idea that 14 of 30 teams are going to be making the playoffs. That is insane. Almost half the teams in the major leagues will be making the playoffs. Sam Miller says there's a lot of moving pieces here, so there's room to love and hate different parts at the same time. I don't know about that. No more game 163 tiebreakers as often as a benefit. Oh, there we have that. Imagine as a fan being against game 163 tiebreakers. Exactly. The pick your opponent part is a low stakes tweak. You could do that now in the current format, but it feels wacky and unpopular. Well, what's the difference? It's still wacky and unpopular. I don't think the playoff teams actually want to pick their opponents. They would like to face the worst opponents, to be sure, but actually picking them inevitably ends up looking like an act of hubris. You pick a team, fire them up, give them all the bulletin board material they could ever hope for, and then if they actually beat you, which is baseball, so of course they will, you get taunted for your arrogance. Awful. Yeah, in baseball, anything can happen, and that's the key. Anyone can win any particular game. What's going on, Troy McDonald? Yeah, Giants don't have, exactly. It doesn't really matter. I'm not saying this as a Giants fan. As a Giants fan, I should be happy because the Giants would have a better chance, and they're not very good right now. But the thing about it is, I don't care about that. I care about what's best for baseball. I want the Giants to make the playoffs when they're good, when they can win 90 games, not when they're 500 or worse and we sneak into the playoffs and then some team picks us because we suck because they want to face us. And then we got to face them and maybe beat them, but we don't get any home games at Oracle Park. We got to go only on the road because it's weird. 14 of 30 teams is too much, says Trash Man Jake. Trash Man Jake. Yeah, 14 of 30 is the NBA now. It's the NBA now. You can go 500 and you're in the playoffs. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. Reptilian shape-shifting master race. 14 is way too much. That's insane. That is insane. 14. It used to be 2. That wasn't enough. It was the NL versus the AL in the World Series. They said, let's expand the playoffs. We'll put East and a West and an East and a West, and then 2 teams will go at it in a 7-game series, and then they'll face each other in the playoffs. That was fine. But then they decided, let's add a wild card to the mix. Okay, I like that even better because now you can't have some monster year and still get left out. If you have a big year, you're pretty much in the playoffs if you have a big enough year. And that was fine. But then they added another one, and now they want to add 4 more. Why not just all 30 teams in? Forget it. All 30 teams in the playoffs. Okay? We need to start a petition. Get rid of Rob Manfred. This is straight bull, says Larry Robinson, just like making a pitcher pitch to 3 batters. Oh, man, don't get me started on that rule. I hate Rob Manfred, and I hate the Houston Astros, says Larry Robinson, period. Delta Wolves Guerra, how do you like my Dodgers now? Well, this season, the Dodgers are going to be sick. Not only did they get Mookie Betts, but they also picked up the reliever Bruce Gratterall from the Twins. They're going to be good. They're going to be really good. And the good thing right now is they don't have to worry about this stupid playoff idea. So when the Dodgers make the playoffs, they actually just have to go through a couple of teams and they'll be back in the World Series. So don't you worry. Dodgers will be fine. However, if it was 2022 and we had this ridiculous system, I couldn't really. How do you even predict who's going to make it to the World Series with like 7 rounds of craziness where they're picking? You don't even know who's playing who. They're picking teams, and then all the games are in one stadium. How do you even know? So if it was 2022, Guerra, I wouldn't know what to say about your Dodgers. I'd be like, well, they're making the playoffs. We know that. As for how far they'll make it, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? What's up, Philly Special? I think Philly Special sent a super chat. Yes, Rob Manfred sucks. I can send you a link here, Philly Special. Maybe you can jump in. Thank you so much, man. You're the man. That's for sure. And Rob Manfred, yeah, I hate this rule. I hope it sounds like you don't like it either by that comment. Watch the Dodgers get beat by a wild card team. Troy McDonald, yeah. It could happen, but you know what? It could happen this year, but in the future, you got to go through like 2, 3, 4 wild card teams. Who knows? iPOS subscription. Has anyone said what the financial impact would be? How much revenue would this generate? Yeah, it's about money. I said that in my video. It's about money. It's about money. It's not about. Let me get rid of that. It's not about. It's not about anything else but money. That because this is not good for baseball. It's not fair. It's all about excitement and having this program that I don't think is going to be as excited as they think it's going to be. I don't know how much money it's going to generate. I don't know how much money it's going to generate, but I hate it. Daniel says, I would do this. First place as usual. 4 wildcard teams based on record. Those 4 do a winner-takes-all game, and 2 remaining play a 3-game series. Yes, better than what they're trying to do. It's better than what the crap they're trying to do. Might as well have 10 teams with the worst record in the playoffs, and they're in. And then they're in. Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely insane here. Absolutely crazy. I'm trying to get the link here. Maybe I can send that to Philly Special. Sounds like a watered-down version of March Madness. That's exactly what it is. It's a watered-down version of March Madness. At least March Madness. You know how many college basketball teams there are in the country? There's a lot of teams in the tournament, but how many teams are there in total that have potential to make it in the tournament? Hundreds, thousands. I don't know how many. Baseball has 30 teams. That's it. There's 30 teams. 14 make the playoffs. 14 out of 30. That would be like March Madness changes and now 500 teams make it into March Madness. Good luck with that bracket. Thoughts on our farm system? Go Giants. Farm system's looking better. Got a lot of really good names. They're not going to all be ready this season, but look forward to maybe 2022. Hopefully this year we might get a glance at some of these guys like Ramos and definitely Joey Bart around September, especially if, God forbid, if Posey has a tough year, we might see him. Remember 2010, we didn't expect to see Posey. We actually re-signed Molina. Was that 2010? Yes, 2010. But Molina didn't do that great. Ended up sending him to the Rangers, promoted Posey. He was awesome. And then we won the World Series. So maybe that'll happen again. Just kidding. But anyway, it's absolutely nuts here. I'm going to try to send out this link here if I can. But I hate this new rule. I hate the 3-batter. I don't hate every new rule that comes out. I was watching MLB Network, and Joel Sherman was talking about everyone calls himself purist. Like, when did you become a purist? What rule change made you a purist? I'm not a purist. I just hate stupid rule changes. I don't mind rule changes. I just hate stupid rule changes. Okay, I'm sending you the link, Philly. I think that's the link. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, I like the farm system. I mean, it's not the best farm system in baseball, but we're about to get a lot better. Delta Wolves. Didn't think Giants fans were as cool as you. Thank you. As a Dodgers fan, I found your channel. I like your content. Appreciate it, man. Not every fan is cool. If that's for every team, but yeah, man. I mean, I'm gonna look at things non-biased, and I'm gonna say the truth about things. Sorry, it's kind of shaky, but yeah, I'm just gonna say the truth about things. And I think right now the Dodgers are freaking awesome. I mean, what can I say? The Dodgers are awesome. The Giants are not that awesome, but I still love the Giants. I still love the team, and I hope we can win as many games as possible. But I mean, come on, the Dodgers are they're freaking stacked. I mean, that's just the truth. How can you say otherwise? Doesn't college basketball have 64 in the tournament? Is it really only 188? Well, I'm not sure, but 64 out of 188, that's a lot of teams make the tournament. I thought there was more than 188 teams, but I'm not an expert on basketball, NCAA. If that's true, that's a lot of teams too. But basketball is a little different than baseball. Baseball, any freaking team can win any given day. I mean, that's kind of true in all sports, but more so in baseball. Not only can it happen, it does happen. The Giants are going to beat the Dodgers in 2020. It's happening. Giants will beat the Dodgers in 2020. Okay? The Marlins will beat the Dodgers in 2020. Maybe the Dodgers will sweep them, but I highly doubt it. I believe the Marlins will beat the Dodgers at least one or two times in 2020. It just happens. It's baseball. One second. Okay. I got some more questions here. Do you think 2020 is going to be as bad as we think? Either way, bring it on. 2019 wasn't that bad. Giants weren't last place. People forget Giants weren't dead last. They weren't even. Oh, here's Philly special. I don't know how here's Philly. I'm going to try to add him in. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
What's up?
Not much. Hey, I just wanted to come on here and get my thoughts on this. I'll say this. First of all, the seven teams in the playoffs sucks, and then getting to pick your opponent is terrible. I think adding one more playoff team per league wouldn't be that bad, and have the top two teams have buys for the first round, and then have the third seed play the sixth seed, and then the fourth seed play the fifth seed, and then whoever wins those games moves on to either the higher or lower seed, and then they play them in I honestly think we should have 7-game series for the divisional round. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And then, obviously NLDS, ALDS, and then World Series. So, yeah, that's why.
One more team. One more team would be okay. Yeah, they're adding 2 teams in each league. You're almost having half the teams in all of baseball are in the playoffs.
Yeah, having 40.
That's crazy.
Having 40% is, I feel, better than, 7 teams. But honestly, I 8 teams would be better than 7 teams because it is better because you have first seed, 8th seed, second seed, 7th seed, third seed, 6th seed, 4th seed, 5th seed, and then it would work out fine. You could have every single team play the in the first round, but I don't like how Manfred's going to try to set this up. Personally, I like the first proposal I did, but I honestly think the MLB playoffs are fine. Like I said, I would honestly want to add 2 more games to the divisional round, make it best of 7 instead of a best of 5 or divisional series, whatever you want to call it. Personally, I've always wondered why there was only 5 games for that. So
yeah, to find out the best team, you really need to play 7 games.
Yeah,
but they're doing the best of 3 now, all in the same ballpark.
So if you're the lower seed, you get 0 games.
You don't get 1 home game if you don't win that series. You don't get 1 home game.
That's not fair. That's not fair. I don't feel.
Yeah, it's not fair. I mean, even if you're going to let them be in the playoffs, let them be in the playoffs and have an equal chance.
Yeah,
I think. And I don't know if
Yeah,
this
no,
is not officially going through or anything, but it sounds like it's a serious proposal and it might go through. So it's going to be
hey,
terrible. I mean,
but I like the 5 teams. I like the wild card game. I like having 5 teams make it. 3 obviously being divisional winners, and then the next 2 teams who didn't win their division, but the best 2 records that didn't win their division go at it in the wild card game. I've always enjoyed the wild card game. One thing I've noticed over the years though is that the NL wildcard game has been better than the AL wildcard game. It's been closer every year and like kind of down to the wire. Well, the AL wildcard game's just kind of been a blowout past like 3-4 years. So, uh, but I just noticed that. I mean, personally I enjoy the wildcard game regardless. So yeah,
yeah, I
I
mean,
want
the
to keep
wild
it.
card game, I was happy when the wild card got announced, but I don't know. I mean, it's
Hey, I
tough
mean
for one game.
The Giants won World Series as a wild card 2014. So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
that was
2014.
an epic run.
Yeah. And they won that wild card game against the Pirates because they had Bumgarner. So Bumgarner
Hmm.
went out there and just dominated,
I love
one game
Madison.
series.
I love Madison Bumgarner. I'm one of the few Phillies fans that actually feels that way. I was like, get him on the Phillies this offseason,
Oh, yeah.
but I missed out. I feel like we could have added another pitcher. I would have honestly rather added him than Gregorius, and I really like the Gregorius signing, but I feel like adding Bumgarner would have been a better addition because I feel we need more pitching than we do infield help. So, but yeah,
Yeah. Y'all are going to be all right, though. I think.
yeah, I'm
Did you?
telling you, the coaching, the addition of the new coaches we got is a better is a bigger pickup than Wheeler or Gregorius. I'll say that right now because you see it all over sports. Once a team gets a new coach and like some new pitching coach and hitting coaches, they get better. I mean, I think some guys, because like there was so many core players last year that struggled, guys like Hoskins and Nola and like guys like that, and then McCutcheon went down early on, like a third of the way through the season. But I really think that they just needed some coaching because they have the talent. They just need the coaching to put it to good use. So I
Yeah.
I'm excited for this season for the Phillies, man.
How did you pick I know you put out your playoff predictions.
Yeah, I tried to I added up how many games they were above 500, and then I added that up for every division. Um, there's a lot of teams that I had being really, really bad that I don't think will be as bad as the record I predicted. One of those being the Giants, and another one probably going to be like Seattle. I don't think Seattle's all that bad. Um, well, I don't know. I could be right on that, but yeah, I went through every single like division and then like added up the records I have for all of them, and then like I tried to add it up so it would be 0. So yeah.
That's cool.
Hmm.
I got to check. I watched some of your video, but I didn't see what you said about the Giants yet. But yeah,
Hey, you might want to skip over that part.
Would you have
might
them in
wanna-
last?
Yeah, I had him in last.
You had the Rockies fourth.
Yeah, Rockies 4th, Padres 3rd, Diamondbacks 2nd, very close to a wild card spot, missing by 2 games, and then obviously the Dodgers in 1st. So,
Yeah, that
hey,
makes
if you
sense.
guys, hey, I don't know if I have a mod on your channel, but if I would be able to put the link to my channel in the or in the comments, if that'd be okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, man. I'm still learning how to use live stream and stuff. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you can click on the person and it says add moderator. If you want to do that with me, it's fine. I'm not I would want to put my link in the chat, but if
You
you don't
need to
want
add
me to,
moderator
that's
before
fine.
you can, or
Yeah. Here.
I don't even
I'll
see how to
just
do.
comment real quick. All right, I just commented. So, if you want to just click on that and just
Oh,
put
okay.
add moderator. Yeah.
Put user in timeout. What the heck?
What's up? What's up, Schwill81?
Wheel 81. What do I click the 3 dots?
Click the icon. Click the icon.
Okay.
What's up, Asia Robertson? I know that person, been on my channel a few times. Shout out
Oh,
to you.
really?
Mm-hmm.
It just says hide or show when I click on the icon. When I hide or show.
You might have to do this on, like, click on it from YouTube, not from StreamYard. I think that's how you have to do it. Click it
Oh,
from YouTube instead of StreamYard. So
maybe I can. What'd you pick? What was your NL East standings? You don't mind walking through?
Marlins last, obviously.
Yeah.
Mets in fourth, but they will be above 500. Then the Nationals, then the Phillies, then the Braves. Call me crazy, guys. I think losing Rendon's going to hurt for the Nationals, and the Mets still being led by the Wilpons. Nothing's going to change. Something's going to go wrong somehow.
Dang. So you got the Phillies winning the wild card? Or?
Yep. 90 wins I have us at. 90 and 72.
Dang. So but y'all got. I'm trying to remember. Oh, Joe Girardi? Is that who? Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Girardi, right?
Yeah. I love that signing. I was like, as soon as Gabe Kapler was fired, by the way, I really wouldn't. Oh, did you just post the link
Yeah,
to
I
our
just
channel?
put your link. I'm trying to.
All right. Sounds good, man. All right. But yeah, once Gabe Kapler was fired, I'm like, go get Joe Girardi. And I was like, the Mets are in the running, the Cubs are in the running, and then when David Ross got hired, I was like, okay, it's between us and the Mets. Beat out the Mets for Girardi. That would be such a great way to start the offseason, get the best manager on the market over your division rival. That'd be such a great way to start it. And then went out and got him, and I was excited. And then he brought in Brian Price, who everywhere he's gone, he's made the pitchers better, and I think he is going to do the same here in Philadelphia. I think Aaron Nola ends up going back to 2018 for him. Well, maybe not back to it, but close to it. And I think Zach Wheeler is going to reach his full potential. Past 2 years in the second half of the year, his ERA is 2.26, which is very, very good. And I think he's going to be a tremendous addition to this team. And I think he's going to be a really solid pitcher. And I think someone like Eflin or Pivetta or maybe Arrieta will step up and actually play decent. If we can honestly just get average pitching out of our final three guys, I'll take it. Because that will be good enough with what I think Wheeler and Aaron Nola will be. So
Sweet, man. Asia says, "What's up with your Sixers?"
Oh, I really don't follow basketball. I've wanted to make a basketball video explaining why I don't get into basketball and why I just never will get into it. But I felt like it wasn't the right time just because, passing of Kobe Bryant. All condolences out to the family. I didn't want to talk about it that soon after such an icon, because even though I don't like basketball, even when I would just go out and shoot basketball over at the basketball court in the park right near my house, anytime I'd shoot a ball, I'd be like, yo, Kobe, like I know who that was. And he was everywhere he went around. He supported the Dodgers. He was an Eagles fan, which, I mean, I'm an Eagles fan, obviously. All Philly sports. I just respect Kobe, and I will come out with it once I feel it dies down a bit. But I just never get into basketball ever. Just haven't been able to. And I think
I'm not that much into it either. I like the Sacramento Kings. I don't like.
Really?
I wasn't a Warriors fan. I was a Kings fan.
I think part of the reason why I'm not able to get into it is because I'm not interested in basketball stats, and I am interested in baseball stats like, OPS and like batting average and home runs and like slugging percentage and like stuff like that. And I like hockey stats. I like football stats. Never really been into the stats of NBA players. So
yeah. Somebody said, "What about your NL Central?"
NL Central, I have the Trashman Jake, what's up, Trashman Jake? Shout out to you, man. NL Central, last place Pirates, fourth place Cubs, third place Cardinals. I'm not that high on them. I think they need to add more depth to their lineup after losing Ozuna and Jose Martinez. Second place Milwaukee. I think a lot of people are sleeping on them. I think they're down on them because they lost Moustakis and they lost Grandal, but I think they did a really good job of trying to fill the void of those spots. In fact, they actually brought in more solid players, which if you add 2 or 3 really good players to fill in for 2, A, B type players, I'm going to take the 4 players who are going to, add a little more depth to the lineup rather than 2 really good players. And then first place, got the Reds, best pitching staff in the division, and I think adding Pedro Strop to that bullpen is only going to make it better. So, I'm really high on the Reds. I'm buying into it. I mean, they are built well.
I got the same predictions. I got the Reds too.
Really?
Yeah, I got the Reds too. I know.
And you have the same. You have the same standings
for the Central.
You have Pirates, then Cubs, then Cardinals, then Brewers.
I haven't made it official, but that's where I'm leaning. Yeah, I might swap the Cardinals and Cubs, but I'm not sure there. I have to look at their rosters.
Hey man, I just what the Cubs have done in 2016, that was amazing. 100-year-plus curse. I was rooting for them hard, but they just don't have the makings of a dynasty. Like, I think their biggest problem, and I think it was the Phillies' problem, the final 2/3 of the season when McCutchen went down. They don't have a leadoff hitter, which is why I thought they were going to go hard for a guy like Whit Merrifield, who's a great leadoff hitter.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah, any team that's able to get Whit Merrifield with that team-friendly contract got an absolute steal with him, because you're not going to have to give up much to get him. Well,
yeah.
I feel like he gets overlooked a lot personally, but any MLB GMs have to know how good he is and know that they'll probably have to give up a decent amount for him, but not like a king's ransom like you're going to give up for, well, what you should have given up for Mookie Betts, Nolan Arenado, or like Chris Bryant or someone like that, or Francisco Lindor. But man,
what'd you think of the Betts deal? Who won?
Not even a question in the LA Dodgers.
Yeah. That's insane.
I think David Price is a step up for Ryu. I think Ryu is a guy who has injury problems and is kind of a contact pitcher, which I don't mind, but I'd rather have you striking out more. But if you can get to a strikeout per inning, which I don't think he is, that's great. But I think David Price is a solid arm in that rotation. I think Walker Buehler's going to be close to the Cy Young Award. I think he's going to be top 3 in Cy Young Awards. I'm really high on him. Kershaw's still got something left in the tank. He's not as good as he was before, but he's still a solid pitcher. And then you got Dustin May coming up, I believe.
Dustin May, yeah.
He'll probably end up being like your 4th or 5th option. He's a highly rated prospect. And then Arias is probably going to be 4 or 5. They'll battle out for whoever ends up being higher in the rotation. Probably Arias. I'm high on Julio Arias. I think he's talented. I just think he needs to get his off the field issues solved out, because wasn't he domestic violence or something?
I didn't remember that. Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else, but yeah.
I know he wears the glasses, and I know he's good.
Yeah, he's talented young player, man. And they have a lot of those. And they really, they gave up Jeter Downs, but they already have Corey Seager, who I think's a really underrated. Like, I think a lot of people have kind of forgotten about him, but last year he led the NL in doubles, which is pretty good. And he's still a good player. He had like almost 90 RBIs, batting in like the 7 hole every single night. So, I mean, he's still a top 10 shortstop in my eyes. And
they kept Gavin Lux.
Yeah, they kept Gavin Lux. They kept Dustin May. But, I mean, they got rid of that catcher prospect. I forget who it is. I mean, they already have Will Smith, though, so they're fine.
Yeah, they gave rid of they gave up Wong, Connor Wong.
Yeah.
Will Smith. They got Kyber Ruiz, another catcher, in their minor leagues.
Yeah,
They're
fine.
loaded.
Like they can on it. I don't know if they'll be able to sign both Bellinger and Betts. I think they'll probably end up signing Betts this offseason or during the season. I think that'd be the right decision. I think Betts is a little bit better of a player than Bellinger, but I still think you'd be able to sign Bellinger still with that because they're the damn Dodgers. I mean, they have.
When is Bellinger being? When is he a free agent? Not after this year.
I know. I'm just saying, like in the future years, like within the next 5 years, like I'm not sure if they'll be able to sign both because they also. I mean, David Price's contract will be off the books in 3 years, and then Kershaw is making a lot. I'm pretty sure. Asia Robertson with the super chat.
Oh, awesome!
This is for Philly Special. If the Sixers win a championship, will you be happy for him? I'll be happy for him. I mean, I'm not against the Sixers, but I just don't like basketball in general. But hey, Asia Robertson, shout out to you, man. I'm glad I was able to get you over to this channel. I'm pretty sure the time you were in my stream, that's how Asia came over here. So,
oh, really? Yeah, he's always in my comments. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he came from your channel.
Yeah, he's been on my channel for a good year now. So, Asia, shout out, man. Representing the specials pretty well. I don't know what to call my subscribers yet. So,
special. I don't know.
What's up, Mad Mike Sports? But yeah, and I'll just go through my whole standings. I went through my standings for the NL, AL West. I think the Oakland A's win it. I think the Astros get a wild card, and I think the Angels finish in third, the Rangers finish in fourth, and the Mariners finish in last. I have for the Central Division, Twins repeating. I actually have the Central Division finishing exactly the way it was last year. I still think the Indians are a better team than the White Sox. I think that the Corey Kluber trade was terrible. But Corey Kluber barely played last year, and when he did play, he was bad. Like, he was not playing well. I think he's going to go back to form, but as far as from last year's team, the Indians really didn't lose much, and they added Cesar Hernandez, who's a better player than Jason Kipnis at this point in their careers. I like what the White Sox did. I really, really do. I just think, like the Phillies, it's going to take another year or two for them to get over the hump and get into the playoffs. I mean, if we haven't even gotten over the hump into the playoffs yet. I think we will this year, but who the hell knows? And then the Royals and Tigers. The Royals are a little bit better because they actually have a somewhat decent lineup. And then the Tigers just really don't have anybody. I know they added Scope and Crone, but they're still not good. They're probably just going to sell those guys at the deadline. So that honestly be one of two guys you could look into as for the Phillies, add some depth for if they want to make a playoff run. So, yeah, that's my Central standings. And then for the AL East, it's going to be Yankees, Rays, Red Sox, Blue Jays, and Orioles. I actually have the Blue Jays and Red Sox being very, very close. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the Blue Jays surpassed them this year. But I have it being the same as last year for the AL East as well. So, and then for the playoffs, I got my Phillies playing the Dodgers. I got them beating Milwaukee. I got the Astros beating the Indians, and then the Astros then going and playing the Yankees. I have the Yankees sweeping the Astros for catharsis. I honestly don't think they would sweep Houston the way they're built, but just for catharsis, I'm going to pick the Yankees to sweep the Astros. I have the Twins beating the A's in 5 games. I have the Dodgers beating the Phillies in 5 games. I have the Reds beating the Braves in 5 games. I think this Reds team this year is going to be better than last year's Cardinals team with a lineup that really didn't have that much depth. The Reds actually do have a pretty solid lineup, and I think they're able to knock out the Braves in 5. And I think they ended up losing to the Dodgers in 6 games in the NLCS. And then I think the Yankees will sweep the Twins like they always do in the ALCS. And then for the World Series, it's going to be Dodgers-Yankees. I mean, that's just the sexy pick right now. Got the Yankees in 7, but I'll say this. almost every time when I pick a team to win a championship in hockey or baseball, since those are 7-game series, they fall short by 1 game. They lose in 7. I picked the Bruins to win it last year, lost in 7. Astros to win it last year, lost in 7. And then the 2017 had the Dodgers winning it all before the regular season. 1 game away, and they were cheated out of it. Can we not agree that I pretty much got that prediction right? Because they were a better team than Houston. Houston completely cheated that entire season, and they went toe to toe with them. I mean, I don't like the Dodgers by any stretch of the imagination. I don't hate them. Them and the Yankees are basically in the same category for me. I don't particularly like them, but I don't have anything against them really. But yeah, the season they had that year, they were undoubtedly, looking back at it now, the best team in the MLB in 2017. Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. That's pretty good predictions. Somebody asked, should they trade Lindor? Should the Indians trade Lindor?
Oh, if they trade Lindor, they're sinking to third place, and they're not even going to be able to contend, because I don't know if Carlos Santana is going to repeat what he did last year. I honestly think Jose Ramirez is going to have a huge year next year after, the way he finished. Like, he was bad to start the year, but after the All-Star break, he was on fire. Like, he was just hitting home runs left and right. I think he could be a possible MVP candidate in the AL, and I think that honestly will happen. He's been that before. Took a step back this year, but I think he'll bounce back. And yeah.
Sweet, man. Yeah. You got to keep on. You got to hang on to Lindor. I don't know when he's a free agent either, but
no, definitely. I'd love to see the Phillies go after him, since they only got Didi for a year. I'd love to see them go after and get Lindor. But then again, I also want to add some more pitching. And if we could re-sign Didi and, get rid of a guy like Segura, I'm not a fan of Segura at all. I think Kingery's a better option at second base, since we have Bohm coming into third base, and then we have Hazley in center field. Have that be your team, and then re-sign Didi, and then bring in another pitcher next offseason. That's what I want to see. I'm not a fan of him at all. He's honestly a big reason why we missed the playoffs last year, not by his play particularly, but when McCutchen went down, Segura popped the ball up in the infield and just jogged to first base, and Ian Kinsler just pretended like he was going to catch it, let the ball drop, and then threw it to first, and then they got Segura out, and then they were able to get McCutchen a rundown, and that's how he tore his ACL. So, not a big fan of him. If he can bounce back this year and be the 300 hitter he was in Seattle, that'd be great, but I still honestly wouldn't be fond of other teams. So, I mean, yeah.
That's cool. What's up, Mile High? He's a Blue Jays fan.
Hey, Mile High.
The Blue Jays season, most likely no postseason berth, but seeing young guys in a full season will be fun.
Hey, Mile High. You will see the light at the end of the tunnel within the next 1 or 2 years. I think Vlad Jr. is going to be one of the best hitters in the league within the next 5 years. Bo Bichette's a beast. Bo Bichette was basically what everyone hyped Vlad Jr. to be this year, and Kevin Biggio is going to be a great power bat at second base. He's going to be one of the best power hitting second basemen in the league. Ryu's a really good pitcher. I liked him a lot. I wouldn't have mind seeing him on the Phillies, and you got a great farm system. You guys are not that far away. It's lots.
They're all right.
Lots and lots of
power hitters and decent rotation.
Mad Mike Sports. Hey, shout out, brother. Hey, I love when opposing fans are coming to my channel. It creates more of a debate, makes it more fun. Hey, I would love to have you stop by the channel sometime. I think your Braves are going to be really good. I have them being, with the Yankees and Dodgers, one of only 3 teams to win 100+ games this year. I have them actually at 100 games. So, Asia Robinson. I'm still going to follow the Eagles. I'm going to talk about them a little bit over free agency. So, Yeah. But I'm definitely going to be talking more about the Phillies. I actually have one video planned right now. I'm actually working on it. It's going to be a preview to the whole season. I'm going to end up sending it here to Eric here, and he's going to upload it on his channel. It's going to be a Phillies preview. We wouldn't be able to do it well. I guess now we could do it. Like now that your live streaming is working.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah. I mean, not right now because I mean, you
Not right
didn't
now.
have
I'm
it
just saying,
planned.
yeah,
So,
whenever.
yeah.
But if you want to send me a video, I can do it either way.
Yeah. I
Either
honestly
way.
think I think it would work
I'm not
better
always in a
live.
position. I have to go to a different place to live stream because the internet connection where I live is messed up. So I
Yeah.
gotta come to a different house.
You're not at home. You're not at
No,
home right now? Okay. Okay then. I mean, I think it would be I think be better, but that's just my personal thoughts. We will take care of Didi, man. I think he's going to have a huge year. He might even have a career year this year. I think a lot of guys step up and play well this year for the Phillies, unlike last year. I don't think Wheeler and Didi underachieve like the guys we brought in last year. I mean, Realmuto was fantastic, had a career year. I love Realmuto. Love JT Realmuto. Re-sign the man. Like, pay him. He deserves it. He deserves at least 15 to 20 million a year. He is the best catcher in the MLB. But guys like Segura, Harper had a pretty good year. I mean, people love to hate on him, but he wasn't that MVP candidate we had hoped. Andrew McCutchen, he was good, but he went down. I don't think Wheeler and Didi end up having the same fate as those guys. So, yeah, I am very excited for this season. I think it's going to be good. I think we get into the playoffs. I know a lot of our fans are down on the team because we don't have enough pitching, which I see, I understand, but I personally am one of those guys who's optimistic, and I think it's going to be a good year for us. I love Joe Girardi. I mean, there's only one coach in the league right now that I personally would take over him. First person to get it, I'll be honestly surprised. Terry Francona, big Terry Francona fan. I mean,
Yeah,
these
Terry Francona.
these Indians teams haven't had a hell of a lot of talent, but they have been just still every single year in it.
No doubt, man. Someone asked, "What are your thoughts on Gabe Kapler?" I don't think you're a big Gabe Kapler fan, right?
See, I think he's a good guy. I do think Gabe is a good guy, but I think that is his biggest detriment. I mean, he's the guy who's going to be like, oh, well, you're swinging and missing at every pitch, but hey, you're doing all right. That's what he was doing with a lot of guys. And I think that it's just a guy like Girardi who is encouraging, but also is going to be on your ass a bit. I think a guy like that is better fit for coaching rather than a guy who's going to be like, all right, it's all right, guys, you're all good. Like that's he's basically the Jason Garrett of baseball. So, anyways, I wanted to hop on here for a little bit. I'm gonna head out, man. I'm gonna end up doing my own stream here. So thank you for having me on the channel, man. I really appreciate it.
No problem, man. Appreciate it too. Appreciate you coming by. Send me
Peace.
that video when you're
Yeah.
ready, and I'll put it up.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Take care, man.
See you. Philly Special. I assume you heard of Philly 500. Yeah, check out Philly Special's channel. Go subscribe to him. I'll put the link one more time. And he gave all his predictions. They sounded really good, and I did not. They're very close to mine. A lot of them. I was surprised he put the Reds winning in the NL Central. I got the Reds winning the NL Central as well. So that is insane because I thought that was the only one that was that high on the Reds. So that's really cool. Appreciate everyone stopping by. Mile High Sports. Really started the stream. I was going to talk about the rule changes. They haven't actually been rule changes yet, but there's definitely a possibility that those playoff rules could come into effect. And that is, if you want to see a rant, you will see it. Just going to run through some of these, see if I missed any comments here. Mad Mike Sports, appreciate you giving Philly Specialist sub. Asia Roberson, you're awesome. Missing the Hills. Raymond Morris. Oh, Raymond Morris, can you tell this Philly guy that he talks too much? The Phillies will be mediocre like always. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know how good the Phillies are going to be. I haven't even put out my predictions on the East. The Braves look really good. Nationals, you can't forget about the Nationals, obviously. But Asia Roberson says, don't be rude. Come on, Raymond, don't be rude. Daniel says, I'd pursue Arenado instead of Bryant. Yeah, I'd rather have Arenado too instead of Bryant. But obviously, they're both awesome. Humm, is that you singing? Yes, I that's me singing. Yes, I play guitar. Is there a guitar around here? No, nope. Yep, I play the piano, guitar, whatever. And you're probably going to be some more musical numbers that I'll be putting on the channel in the future. But that song at the end of my videos is me. I'm singing. And I play the guitar and I play all the instruments. I just put that together. And the intro is my music as well. So it's pretty cool. I don't have to worry about copyright violations because it's my own music. Of course, the end song is not really mine. It's my own take on that Humm Baby, or not Humm Baby, but Bye Bye Baby song. And I wrote that and I recorded it for the channel. I'm glad you guys like it. Some people anyway. Let's see what else we got going on. Appreciate everyone jumping in here today. And we're talking about the playoff changes, which are terrible, in my opinion. MLB Network was making some good points, but I didn't buy any of it. Yeah, more teams are going to be involved. If every time you add more teams makes it better, then why not? Let's just make all 30 teams. I mean, why? What? You know, at some point, it's too far. At some point, you got to stop. At some point, you got to say too many teams are in the playoffs, and half of the teams in the game are in the playoffs. Anyway, I want to thank everybody. Thanks for the couple super chats. Have not gotten those. These are my first super chats. This is the first time I've been live with that activated. So I really do appreciate that. It means a lot. And appreciate Philly Special for coming on. Missing the Hills participation trophies for everyone. Yeah, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Fallible JVC, cool stream. I appreciate that. I think it's I just hope it doesn't happen. Have you ever heard of a YouTuber named My Boy Roca? Yes, San Francisco. I don't know him. I can look him up. Is he current? Is he My Boy Roca? Let me see if I can find that. Trashman Jake defensively, yes, but Arenado is better overall. Yeah, I think he is. My Boy Rocha. I can't find it. Put me a link to the channel if you know it. I will definitely check him out. Bay Area Sports. Did I spell it right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that is. Definitely looking for more Bay Area sports channels. There's a couple that I know of. I've got in contact with, trying to get them on, but no one has come on just yet. But I hate the new idea. So far, anybody here like the idea? I haven't found anyone who likes the idea, other than people on MLB Network and Harold Reynolds and all them. I don't know why they like it. Bochy, my bad. Your boy Rocha. Your boy. Here it is. I found it. I found it. Oh, sick. Sharks, 49ers, Warriors, Giants. Oh, how did I not know about this guy? I'm going to subscribe. 2.65 thousand subscribers. He's doing well. Oh, that's awesome, man. All right. I'll definitely put some comments on his videos, make it be known he's got a new subscriber. Your boy, I don't know how to say Rocha or Roca. Sweet. Thank you for that, Asia. I definitely will be following this guy. I just subscribed. I don't want more teams in the playoffs either. No, picking your old team is like the Bachelorette or something. Yeah, I can't understand how they're going to keep on adding teams and acting like, oh, it's good, more teams, more markets are going to be involved in the playoffs. Okay, then I'll add all 30. I just don't understand that concept. Like, if more is better, then just add all 30, and then, which is absolutely stupid. Everyone agrees. Playoffs are supposed to be, oh, it's like Roach. Okay, your boy Rocha. Could live with 6 teams and 2 on bye first round. I grew up with 2 teams get in the days. Hated Oakland back then. Used to be 2 teams, then it was 4. I mean, more teams are getting added, expansion teams. It makes sense to have more teams make the playoffs. But, I mean, come on. 14 out of 30? Can you imagine? I mean, the Cardinals will be in. The Cubs will be in every year. The Marlins will be not the Marlins, but the Nationals, all the Phillies, all those teams. The Red Sox will be in every year. Yankees will be in every year. Rays will be in almost every. All these teams will just get in every year. So there'll be no question. Oh, the Yankees not going to make the playoffs this year. Or the Red Sox not going to make. No, they're all going to make it. Teams we'll be talking about will be, are the Mariners going to slip in this year? Who cares unless you're a Mariners fan? Who cares? I mean, I like the Mariners, all due respect. I'm just saying, like, all the main teams are in every year. It's not exciting for baseball as a whole. Yes, you want to get higher, but still, you're in. He's not going to like me being a Kings fan. I'm a Kings fan, but I'm not a huge basketball fan, so it's not like I'm talking about the Kings all the time. I like the Warriors too. Warriors local. I like the Warriors. Don't get me wrong. I just grew up liking the Kings. I grew up in early 90s. I was watching when they had, how can I forget it? Chris Webber and things like that. So I got into the Kings at that time, and I was a Kings fan. So I just stayed a Kings fan because I'm loyal to my team. But I still like the Warriors. And crazy enough, I like the Sharks. I don't watch football that much, though, so I don't really have a football team. I kind of liked the Rams, even though they were in Los Angeles. Of course, I like the 49ers. Of course, I like the 49ers. In freaking San Francisco, they played at Candlestick Park, but wasn't a huge football fan. So it's all about baseball for me. Don't like the coin toss. Oh, God, coin toss. That was proposed at either. Yeah, why don't we just do a coin toss for the World Series champion? Most Warriors fans became Kings fans when they had Weber. I was never a Warriors fan to begin with. I liked the Kings from day one, from the first time I started watching basketball. I was never a Warriors fan. I mean, I like the Warriors. I don't dislike them, but I was never a Warriors fan. Basketball is tough because I was like, it's just up and down. Every game is just up and down. So many points get scored. Like, a point is no big deal until like the fourth quarter. Where in baseball, a home run in the second inning is just, it's huge, Just read rumors, Sean Norton, that the Red Sox are the front runners for Pilar. Okay, that's pretty good. The Red Sox could use him. I don't think he's coming back to the Giants, so I think that's pretty cool. Trying to think the Red Sox roster through, and they could use an outfielder like Pilar because he is a beast out in the outfield. I don't care what the advanced stats say. I just saw him make enough diving catches. But, yeah, that should be cool for them. They'll have Kevin Pilar. They had Kevin Millar, and now they'll have Kevin Pilar. Larry Robinson, I like the NBA till they decided to quit playing D. Yeah, they definitely dropped down on the D. There's no doubt about that. But I do watch NBA occasionally, but not a huge fan. I put too much time into baseball to be able to pay much attention to the other sports. That's just how it is. And in the off season of baseball, that's when I actually get stuff done in my normal life. But when baseball season starts, it's all about baseball. NBA All-Star this weekend. Is that right? That's crazy. I didn't know. See, that tells you how much I'm paying attention to the NBA. I don't even know the standings. I don't even know what's going on in the NBA. That's why I got a baseball channel, not an all-around sports channel. If it was all-around sports, it would be terrible. All right. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Fable of JVC is on his way, keeping up the great work. I'll check out my videos lately. It's crazy because some of my videos get 100 views and some get 20,000. I'm like, I don't know what the difference is. But I just put out a couple days ago on the interview with, oh man, the Astros manager, AJ Hinch. I put up my thoughts on that interview, and unfortunately, it didn't get a whole lot of views. And then I just put up one earlier today. So far, I haven't got a lot of views either. I mean, it's getting okay, but compared to others, it's not doing so great. And that is on the new rumors of these new playoff rules, which I think are terrible. So if y'all have a chance, if you haven't seen those, I would really appreciate if you check those out. And that would be awesome. Rumor, Kipnis near deal with Cubs. Oh, yes. Interesting. A lot of rumors. Also, there was an article in The Athletic I saw today. Larry Robinson, I appreciate you so much. Baseball 24/7. Yes, that's what it's all about. There was an article saying Beltran was even more involved, and he just said it, Sean Norton. I saw that article. Might make a video on that. I got to read that through, but that is crazy interesting that Beltran was even more involved than previously thought, which it was previously thought that he's pretty involved. So, it would be really interesting to see what goes down, what went down in that dugout with conversations. They were saying that there were certain players, the catcher of the Astros at the time. Oh my gosh, I forgot he used to be on the Braves. Forgot his name, but he even reported he approached Beltran, said, knock it off. Beltran said, hey, I don't think so. So that's insane. Hit 1,000 views on my Raptors versus Timberwolves stream. That's awesome. Mile High Sports. Y'all check out this guy's channel too, Mile High Sports. Great coverage there. Great videos. McCann, thank you, Sean Norton. Is McCann, Brian McCann. His name just slipped my mind. Brian McCann was supposedly said, knock it off to Beltran. Beltran just ignored him. Crazy stuff over there. It was not right what he was doing, and it was not normal. I mean, we say all the teams steal signs. Yes, all teams trying to steal signs, but they took it over the top. They took it to a new level with these. I got to get going, everybody. I really appreciate you being here for this live stream. It has been almost an hour, so that's probably enough for today. I really appreciate you guys are awesome. Appreciate the super chats. Sean Norton, Larry Robinson, Asia Roberson, all you guys are amazing. Make sure to check out Mile High Sports. Mile High 61X Sports. I'm going to drop a link. There you go. Mile High Sports. Mile High Sports. Check out his channel. It's a really good stuff there. Thank you guys for checking out Philly Specials channel. Really do appreciate that as well. These guys are really cool. They help out my channel. They give me views, give me good comments, and want to get part of the YouTube sports community because we do a better job than those guys on TV. Just kidding about that. But anyway, I hope that you guys do enjoy it. So much appreciate everybody today. Asia already subscribed to him. Awesome. I really appreciate that. And anyone else who wants to, there is the link. Hopefully he'll stay there for a few minutes here. Good day. Oh, Bomb Squad, go Twins, Minnesota. Great predictions. Also, I will have my predictions out probably within a week or two. I just have to look through all the teams. There's a lot of teams I didn't get a chance to do a full preview on. So I'm not 100% on everything. I know I got the Reds in the Central. I know I got the Dodgers in the NL West. That's sad but true. I think I'm leaning White Sox. Crazy enough in the AL Central. I'm ready to go White Sox at least for a wild card, but I still got to think about it. So y'all have a great day. I really appreciate everyone's support. And if you're not already subscribed, I assume you're subscribed to Humm Baby Baseball, but if not, make sure you are. But definitely subscribe to those couple of guys I shouted out. Y'all have a fantastic day. Twins are looking pretty nice as well. Although they lost Gratterall, they did pick up another starter in Kenta Maeda. Their rotation is looking decent all the way through. Nothing crazy, but decent. You know, when you're picking up pretty good guys, Rich Hill, didn't they get Rich Hill? But they picked up a couple of guys, Homer Bailey. So anyway, y'all have a great day.